so the wedding was entirely outside. The ceremony happened in a grassy area. Then kind of wrapped around the side of the house was all of the tables for eating, and then on another place on the property, kind of by the garage stagecoach area, that's where the dance floor was. The bar was set up. They brought in an ice cream truck. They brought in late night snack food, and I could go on and on about it. It was truly a beautiful wedding. They had yard games set up. They had activities for kids because there was a lot of kids there. The food was tapas style, which fit really well with the style of wedding and the layout because there were so many tables. It was a ginormous wedding. So they had stations kind of set up by each table area, so they didn't really have to walk far. So it really was a good layout, good setup, everything like that. The only problem with that wedding was we ran out of alcohol. We had so much alcohol, we thought it would be fine. The couple and the entire family celebration, they were just so happy that they drank everything. So Becky and I had to run to a local grocery store and buy 2 cartfuls of alcohol. That was fun because let me tell you, 2 girls going into a grocery store buying 2 cartfuls of alcohol, you get some stares. But that was super, super fun. We got to bring it back with alcohol, and people were praising us like we were angels, that we brought them alcohol. And of course, we kind of knew that may or may not happen. We kind of got a heads up. So we had a game plan if it did happen, and it actually did. So we were able to hop in a car, go get it, bring it back, all within 30 minutes. So it was super, super quick. Social media. So how I use it personally, and then I'll tell you kind of how Becky uses it. So how I use it personally, I use Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Those are kind of my main outlets that I use. I use them for various different reasons, personal and business as well. How mostly Becky uses social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and those are kind of our 2 main outlets that we use. However, as a team, we use Slack, and let me look here. We use Slack and Zoom. So Zoom is kind of like FaceTime, but you can have, it's like a video meeting. So that's how we stay in contact with each other in different states, but also couples. Slack is kind of like a messaging app. So in that, we have all of our team on there, and that's where we can communicate, keep things, send different things. It's connected to a calendar, so we can schedule things, everything like that, so everybody can see it. Mostly Becky really, really likes to use Instagram. When you are posting something, make sure that it goes along the lines of your business brand, your mission, your vision. You really want it to portray, because a lot of times that is what couples are looking at first. They're looking at your mission and vision and how you do things. So with social media, that is a big thing to have. Have your vision, have your mission, have an organized timeline. Also, when posting photos, post a location, use hashtags, tag other vendors. That is a huge thing. Give credit to those who need the credit. So definitely tagging and anything like that. That is going to help not only you, but it's going to help other vendors that you have worked with. So that's kind of how we use social media. I could go on more about the social media, but that's kind of just scraping the top of the surface. Really, just what I like to say is design it to your brand. Make sure that your brand is communicated through your social media. Just because, especially if we have couples who aren't able to get in contact with us right away, then social media, they're going to look at social media. They're going to look at Google, The Knot, The Wedding Wire. We're also on those as well. That's where they're going to look. They're going to look for photos. They're going to look for reviews, tags, anything like that. So definitely use those to your advantage. Technology, software, and hardware that we use, like I said, we use Zoom and Slack. Those kind of Zoom, Slack, and Google Drive. Those are really our three main things that we use as a team and with couples and other vendors. So definitely look into those if you are looking for a kind of video app or messaging app, Slack and Zoom. And then last one before I go, it says what to do while in college. So I have been out of college for about 6 months now, and looking back, I miss college. College was a very fun time, but I also got to connect with a lot of people. So kind of looking back, my advice to give to you is really don't skip a chance. Get in contact with professors, with mentors, with advisors, anything like that. Also, join clubs. Iowa State University had over 800 clubs. So really, there was a club for anything, if you think about it. Over 800 clubs, like, that is so much. So definitely really look into clubs or organizations either on campus or in your community. See anything that sparks your interest, or even if you want to try something new and get out there. Really look for those and join them. Don't be shy, don't be scared. Really, that is kind of probably one of my biggest regrets, is that there was a few organizations that I wanted to join, but I just didn't, because I didn't know anybody, or I just was kind of like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Looking back, I should have just joined it. So definitely that is something. Join a club or organization and stick to it. Make friends. Even if it's just going and attending for 2 weeks, you're going to meet people. And then LinkedIn, that's a big thing. Connect with people on LinkedIn. Always to connect with people, even if you don't know them, still connect with them, because they might be looking at your profile and have an opportunity for you. So use LinkedIn to the best of your advantage. Again, like I said at the beginning, clean up your social media. Employers look at it. Even if you're private, they can somehow, some way look at things. So clean up your social media, making sure that it's not just party pictures, it's not, inappropriate things. So cleaning the social media up. Also being active on social media, that also helps you, especially on LinkedIn or anything like that. Be active, post and connect, just because you never know. Yeah, you really never know who you're going to connect with and what you're going to find, information or people. Also, while you're in college, really try to get new opportunities. If there's like a class, an elective class that you have been thinking about, but you don't know if it's something that'll spark your interest, take it. Take that elective and see. There was one class that I took that I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. It was called Sustainable Tourism. I took it just because I was like, well, it's an elective. I need the credits. And I actually ended up really liking it. With that class taught me how to be sustainable when I travel. Also I had to do a research project for it, and really it changed my outlook on how to be sustainable, not only in travel, because that's basically what it was teaching you to do, but it kind of taught me also how to be sustainable through life, through events that I host and plan. So really just get out there, don't be afraid, because otherwise out of college, you might look back and think, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. So that's my big thing to you, is really have fun in college, but also don't be scared to put yourself out there, connect, and join new things. I hope I was able to give some good advice. I'm sorry this took me a half hour. I could ramble on and on and on. I really do have, I think I have good experiences that I could talk about. So if you ever do want to connect with me, talk about experiences that I have done in the events world and anything else outside of the events world as well, I will send my email, my phone number. I will also send the information for Mostly Becky and Capture the Essence and Riley Mullane, so you can go out there and check that stuff out as well. Otherwise, I am so happy that I was able to do this interview for you guys and kind of give some insight on what I do and some good knowledge that I've learned within the past 2 years and 4 years with college, and hope you guys take it into advice and apply it. All right. Thanks, guys.